This week on Premier Interschools, we have an epic netball encounter in Stellenbosch. And later, we talk Boland rugby as Paarl prepare to lock horns with Paarl Roos. But right now, it's netball as we go to Gymnasium Bloemhof in Stellenbosch as they get ready to host Paarl for their live game this Thursday. On Thursday, two historical Boland schools, Gymnasium Bloemhof, founded in 1875, and the co-ed Paarl Gymnasium, founded in 1858, will match skills in Stellenbosch. Bloemhof is the oldest Afrikaans medium girls' school in the country and emphasizes a values-based education that comes from a balanced combination of academics, sport and cultural activities.
Paarl Gym is, like Bloemhof, one of the top 10 netball teams in the country. So traditionally, it is a very heated game. It's very competitive. You can never predict the final score.
So far, the Bloemhof first team has shown a strong performance, with only the two losses to Paarl Girls High, and they will have home court advantage for this fixture.
You know, not having sport for 2 years and now having sport, I think it's actually quite a blessing, and I think they're ready and they're keen to play. I mean, if I look at last year, they're very good at the netball, and it's always a tough game. But luckily, we're actually playing them before May, so I'll definitely do my homework when we get to play them in May.
Ek dink ons is baie opgewonde vir die seisoen wat voorlê. Ek dink ons is uitgehonger om te speel en ons is gereed om aan te pak, en ek dink ons is fiks, ons het hard gewerk in die afseisoen.
Ek dink ons weet nou wat om te verwag, want ek speel al teen selfde myself amper van laerskool af. So ek dink dit gaan baie lekker wees en dit is altyd 'n tabbeene. So ja, met 'n nuwe span ook saam, nie die ouer nie, dink ek dit gaan baie goed.
Paarl was originally founded as a Dutch primary school for boys. In the mid-1930s, the language of instruction changed from Dutch to Afrikaans. Later, Paarl added a high school and became co-educational, admitting both girls and boys from 1964.
Sport speel 'n geweldige belangrike rol in die ontwikkeling van ons kinders. Jy weet, enige sportwedstryd geskied maar volgens reëls binne sekere lyne, en dit is maar hoe die lewe daar buite ook is. Op die veld gaan hulle besluite neem, party gaan goeie besluite wees, ander gaan minder goeie besluite wees. As jy gewen het, is jy dankbaar, as jy verloor het, dan aanvaar jy dit met waardigheid en jy gaan aan en môre probeer jy weer harder.
The first team has had a mostly positive season thus far, winning 6 of their last 10 games and drawing 1. They know the Bloemhof girls well. There's no clear favourite. The teams look well matched for an exciting game of netball this Thursday.
Yes, it's crazy how the girls want to play netball and how they're so eager. They all just pitch up at netball practice, so you don't have a problem with that because they really want to be into it. And we had a good off-season program running before, so I think they are ready to play. I think Bloemhof, with the previous years, they've got good, they've got depth that we don't have because of a girls' school. They've got more numbers than us, but we beat them last year, so I know how the other age groups looking. So yeah, I think we're going to be ready for we're not going to stand up for them.
Ons almal is obviously baie goeie vriende met hulle almal, maar die vorige jare se games was altyd tight tussen ons twee, maar ek voel my span sal deurdruk en net hulle beste gee, maak nie saak wat nie. Ons het laas jaar al 4 wedstryde teen hulle gespeel, waar ons 2 verloor het en 2 gewen het. So dit is altyd 'n tight game. So ek sien uit om weer jaar teen hulle te speel. Ek voel dit gaan 'n baie mooi kompeterende en 'n mooi wedstryd wees om na te kyk.
Ons albei dink ek is nuwe spanne en het almal nuwe kombinasies en ons het lanklaas teen hulle gespeel, maar ek voel ons bring altyd die beste spel uit mekaar uit en hulle is ook altyd sterk kompetisie, maar ja, ek glo regtig in ons span.
Don't miss this quality matchup between two of South Africa's top netball schools. That's Bloemhof versus Paarl, live on SuperSport this Thursday. While the girls are playing netball on Thursday in Stellenbosch, next door on the famous Makata Field, another legendary Boland school is practicing for their big game on Saturday, as they get ready to take on an old opponent in the north of Paarl in one of the most anticipated games of schoolboy rugby. This Saturday, Paarl will host their arch rivals from Stellenbosch, Roos.
All of the schools ready to sing to one another, the players back to the fans. Oh, yes! Look at that, the sidestep. She does on the line! It's another try! Oh, that's the stuff. Schoolboy rugby, ladies and gentlemen.
Founded in 1858, Paarl has a reputation for punching above its weight. For a co-ed school, it has contributed a remarkable 31 Springboks to date. In the nail-biting 27-25 victory over the All Blacks at Ellis Park in 2014, there were 3 oud-gimmies in the Springbok team: Skalkburger, Andre Pollard and Jean de Villiers, with Pollard scoring 2 tries and slotting 2 conversions and a penalty.
Die Paarl Roos wedstryd is altyd 'n besondere geleentheid tussen Stellenbosch en die Paarl. Die seuns ken mekaar. Hulle het al dikwels in die verlede teen mekaar gespeel. Party was saam in die laerskool gewees. So dit bring so ietsie anderste na die twee stryd wat daar op die dag plaasvind. En ons glo altyd, weet, dit is wonderlike bande wat gebou word tussen die twee skole wanneer ons teen mekaar deelneem. En ons is bevoorreg om hulle die jaar hier te kan ontvang en ons sien uit daarna.
Paarl has been undefeated since 2019. Beating even the formidable Grey College in 2021. The 2022 team has managed to defend their unbeaten status to date, but Paarl Roos is a well-trained team and they come into this game as strong competitors.
Tradisioneel is dit mos nou een van die groot wedstryde van die jaar, so dis 'n ongelooflike harde wedstryd en 'n belangrike wedstryd vir die seuns om te speel en om ook goeie rugby te speel. So ons sien uit na die wedstryd. Ons weet Paarl Roos het goed voorberei, hulle nuwe afrigters. Met 'n goeie span vir jaar, so ons verwag 'n baie harde en kompeterende wedstryd.
Nee, ek dink ons is baie opgewonde oor ons wedstryd teen Paarl Roos. Dit is ook altyd 'n baie goeie wedstryd vol tradisies. Ek dink hulle het 'n baie goeie span wat baie talentvolle spelers het. Maar ek dink vir nou moet ons net fokus op die eerste game wat vir ons wag en ons vat dit game vir game. En wanneer Paarl Roos kom, dan gee ons dit ons beste vir ons skool.
Om Paarl Roos te speel is altyd 'n groot game op ons kalender. Maar ongeag waar hulle speel, dis nooit maklik nie. Ek dink die jaar gaan dit 'n game wees van geleenthede. Die span wat hulle geleenthede die beste gebruik sal wen.
Paarl Roos is altyd 'n baie groot wedstryd. Dit is 'n ryk rugby skool met ryk rugby tradisies. Ons het laas jaar teen hulle gespeel en ons het gewen, so ek glo Paarl Roos gaan kom met 'n plan. Hulle sal verseker 'n paar goed hê om laas jaar se aksies reg te stel, maar ek is vol selfvertroue in wat ons voorbereiding en ek glo ons sal die wedstryd kan deurtrek.
Ja, Paarl Roos is altyd moeilik hierso tuis of weg. Dit is altyd 'n moeilike wedstryd. Dit bied altyd 'n ongelooflike goeie span, ongelooflike goeie individuele spelers en ek sien uit om te sien wat hulle bied hierdie jaar.
Over the last 8 years, the teams have met 7 times, and although Paarl have won 5 of those encounters, it has mostly been by a narrow margin. The Paarl Roos boys have their tails up after a streak of wins, so by all accounts, this is going to be the game to watch this Saturday. Paarl Roos Gymnasium was originally called Stellenbosch Gymnasium when it was founded in 1866. In 1946, the school was renamed after the famous Springbok captain and former rector of the school, Paarl Roos. The school has produced 54 Springboks, more than any other school in South Africa. And if we look back at that same 2014 Springbok win over the New Zealanders, there were also 3 Paarl Roosers in the team. Skalk Brits, Francois Hoogaard, who scored the first try of the game, and Willie Leroux.
Being one of our neighbouring schools, it will be very well attended, playing in Paarl. never easy, tough opponents, respectable rugby school. I think there will be pressure on both teams to perform, but I think we can always look forward to a brilliant game of schoolboy rugby.
The current team has performed well thus far, with only the single loss to Help Mekaar early in the season. Confidence will be high, and they will want to overturn their defeat from Gym last year.
Paarl Gym is always a team that's very well prepared. I believe this team of theirs haven't lost a game in their whole entire high school career, so they'll be heavy favourites. We wish them all the best.
Yeah, I think playing Gym is always tough because it's so close, just up the road. The clash between us is always big, and we've known them, we've played them since grade 8, and we know they'll be hard. They're a well-coached side, and they'll bring a lot of physicality to the table. But we'll be prepared, we'll take it one step at a time, each game at a time, and yeah, we'll just give everything we have.
So the last time we played them last year, it was a tough encounter. We lost the game 28-10, so we're looking forward to correcting the mistakes and hopefully making the school proud.
We played last year actually, just before COVID came. We actually had a really good game, a tough game, tight game, and then all went down to the last bits. It was a tight game. They have a few big names. I mean, they beat Grey, so they the top school to beat, the team to beat. But we start young and we play.
So om na Gym toe te gaan, kyk maar weer, dis 'n fisiese harde wedstryd, lê 'n goeie span. As jy kyk na die span wat hulle laas jaar gelewer het, gaan hierdie jaar weer speel want dit was 'n baie jong span. So jy kan maar weet wanneer ons Paarl toe gaan om vir Gym, by Gym te gaan speel, gaan dit definitief 'n baie harde wedstryd wees. So ons kan maar regmaak om tot die hoogste vlak van die wedstryd uitgetoets te word.
Kick-off is this Saturday, the 7th of May, where two of the top schools in the country will meet in Paarl. The undefeated Gym team will be defending their title on home turf, but the boys in maroon bring 157 years of pride and tradition, and they'll be playing to win. Don't miss this Premier Boland Schools rugby derby in Paarl this Saturday. That's Paarl Gym versus Paarl Roos in Premier Interschools, live on SuperSport.
Premier Interschools rugby, feast your eyes on it. All of the schools ready to sing to one another, the players back to the fans. Oh, yes! Look at that, the sidestep. Oh, that's the stuff. Schoolboy rugby, ladies and gentlemen.